Gonna hit
Okay.
share screen here real quick. Okay, that should be it. So, hey, welcome back everybody to another weekly events update, talking about all the things going on in the world of supply chain. Maybe not all of them, there's too many to really get them all done, but we're gonna do our best here. Before we get started, just a quick shout out to Barrett Distribution Centers, who is the sponsor for this half of the month here in January for the calendar of events. Your Forever 3PL, I think that's a pretty decent little catch line there from Kat and Brian over there at Barrett. Going on a little bit further into introducing the guest for today, it is Val from Century Supply Chain Solutions, and I won't take over the whole introduction. I'll let you kind of do that for yourself, Val. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream for this week, and could you do a quick introduction of yourself and Century?
Of course, of course. Thank you, Nathan. I am genuinely excited to be here, so thank you for having me. As you said, I'm Val Einen. I'm the Director of Customer Strategy here at Century. I've been with the company for about 25 years, in the industry for 28. I started at Century as a project manager, building systems, working directly with customers. So I've always been customer facing, working with them to understand their supply chains and developing solutions. And I actually started out in the IT team, but our now CTO realized IT probably wasn't for me when I told him I didn't know how to defrag my laptop. So I had some dating myself a little bit. Fast forward, over the years, we've built out our customer success team, and that's where my passion's really grown. I work with an incredibly talented, passionate group of experts around the world that are partnering with our customers to optimize their supply chains and give them the visibilities and controls that they need to be best in class.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So
And you're joining
Cent-
here today so we can
Sorry.
chat a little bit about the, I guess, some upcoming events.
Yeah. So we are, well, first, Century as an organization, right? We've been around since about 1969, OCM provider. Tech's always been our forefront. Our Visive platform, it's unique because it's entirely built and maintained in-house. So we have the keys, we develop the solutions. An operations company at heart, but we leverage our tech to drive our now full suite of services, including NBO, domestic, transload, drayage, warehousing, even customs brokerage, right?
Okay.
We used to say that we were the industry's best kept secret, but over the last several years, we've really been getting out here, sharing our story, sharing our solutions. Until now, there are other providers trying to figure out what we're doing that's made us so successful. It's really a whole new ballgame. You know, it's never been a more exciting time to be part of the Century team. And upcoming events, so this week we're at RELA, next week we're at Manifest. And as we're entering this conference season, we're really looking forward to sharing our story and our passion in a little bit of a different way. We are proud sponsors, once again, of the TPM 2026. And for years, we've been out here sharing our mission, which is to engineer, enhance, and evolve supply chains through adaptable technology and human collaboration. But this year, we thought, who better to share the experience of our partnership than our customers themselves?
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited. In addition to some customer sessions we have planned, we're also booking one-on-one sessions outside of these. So if our team can help your business, driving solutions and efficiencies, reach out to learn more. We're thrilled to sit down with you at TPM or anywhere else. But we also have 4 scheduled customer sessions that are planned, and they're filling up really quickly, so that's exciting. All of these sessions are going to dive into our system to demonstrate that end-to-end visibility that our partners gain, but each will have a slightly different flavor. So
All right.
of these 4 sessions, there's going to be 3 topics, one topic having 2 scheduled sessions. And that will be with our recently implemented partner, Dick's Sporting Goods. There will be 2 sessions to talk about that RFP and implementation process. We dove into over 20 years of integrations and processes, and in just 4 months successfully rolled that program out for them late last year. You know, the idea of an implementation is really daunting, but we have a dedicated Century team that takes on that, a dedicated implementation team at Century that takes on that heavy lifting and that coordination. So hearing about that experience directly from a new partner is incredibly valuable to those shippers out there who are considering making a change or really need to.
Excellent. Any details on the AutoZone?
Yeah. So that's our third session is with AutoZone. They're a relatively a newish partner, but we've been together for 3 years, and that session is going to focus on how we continuously evolve their program. we're driving compliance, export management and visibility. We're also going to dive into the benefits and challenges of building out a robust consolidation program. With really, I guess the message here being, Century, we don't just win your business. We don't stop there. Our goal is to be a true partner, so we're helping to drive continuous improvement.
Excellent, excellent.
And then we do have one more session. This one is very special to me. I'm going to be talking to our long-term partner, 18 years with BJ's Wholesale Club. We'll be talking about their supply chain evolution and their growth, how their team leverages Century's technology and operations expertise to manage their supply chain without needing to expand their own teams. They are near and dear to me for a couple of reasons. I've been involved with this program since implementation, and I've worked closely with the customer over those 18 years. And our guest speaker, Michelle Darling, who's also been in the partnership for 18 years, was and has remained a key decision maker in the BJ's organization. She will be retiring at the end of March. So this is going to be a little bittersweet, but in all the best ways.
Like a nice little final victory lap there then to close things out.
Right.
Excellent. Okay. So, and you all are going to have a booth there as well, and you're going to just kind of have a pretty decent presence at TPM this year, it seems.
We will. We've been sending putting a lot of boots on the ground out there the last probably 5 to 7 years. So we'll have the booth right there in the conference center and the ground floor. Some banners. We'll have one of the golf carts that right at the conference center to help people get over to where our meetings are at the Hyatt Centric. So in case of bad weather or just running behind, we'll be able to help you get there pretty easily.
All right. Have you been to multiple, so this will actually be my first TPM. What's your history like with TPM, and any like tips for folks that might be first timers there too?
Oh my God, yes. So I'll never forget my first TPM. I was probably not very prepared. So the first thing I can tell you is comfortable walkable shoes, always. And it's gotten a little more relaxed. So, business cash, and just plan on, give yourself some time to get to and from. But it's a great opportunity to get in front of a lot of different people. The conference topics have gotten, I think, even more and more interesting over the years. There's always something, some challenging event going on in the industry that they're going to cover at that conference. So great to get in there and listen to what they've got to say. So this being your first experience at TPM, what are you expecting?
Well, I've been there in Long Beach I was just there for, what was that? Inland. I think that just happened a few months ago. And so I got to experience a little bit of an event in the Hyatt in the convention center there. But I haven't been there for 4 days of conference straight. So I'm kind of, I think it's going to be a bit of a marathon. But that's, events and networking, connecting is kind of my jam. So I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent.
Well, with that said, maybe we'll take a quick look at what events are coming up. We'll take a quick look at the supply chain events calendar that's on the website. At this point, we've got nearly 300 events listed out for 2026. Speaking of all the different events to choose from, if we scroll down to the bottom and just kind of look at what's going on this particular week in January, the last week of January, we've got SMC3 is hosting their Jumpstart conference out in Atlanta. IWLA is hosting actually an Essentials of Warehousing course in Long Beach, speaking of Long Beach. There's also an IPPE course going on and conference going on. On Tuesday, a special thing here is, Supply Chainy and the new Warehouse podcast. We collaborate on a thing called Warehousing After Dark each month. And so this is a virtual networking event that we host, and we have people from all over the U.S., all over North America, really, that our warehouse and distribution folks join. So everyone's invited to that. And a few other events just in general to kind of start, I think, kicking off events season. We can kind of see early January, it's pretty slim pickings. Everyone's still kind of waking up from the holidays. Rolling in toward the end, we get a little busier. And if we look at February is very busy, as well as March. And if we look at March of that first week when TPM is, I think you've got a dozen different events to choose from just in that week. So we get into like this traffic jam of event season here coming up pretty soon. Just a real quick reminder of where I will be. As Val was just mentioning, TPM, or you'll be able to find Century at a few at RELA this week, and Manifest. I will be at Manifest as well, so hopefully see you there, Val. Also, as mentioned, I'll be hanging out with the Century Supply Chain Solutions team at TPM in Long Beach, and then quickly after that, kind of that's beginning of March, end of March is IWLA taking place in San Antonio. And then the big show kind of each year by MHI Modex/ProMat. So we'll be there in Atlanta. That's about it. I guess what other kinds of things do you have on your radar? You mentioned RELA and Manifest. Anything else that you're looking forward to coming up this year?
Just looking forward to our continued growth. I mean, it's been a really exciting journey over these last 5 years, and it's not slowing down. So.
Excellent.
That's the game.
Well, I'm excited to be part of it and get to hang out with you all there in Long Beach, hoping the weather and everything is as beautiful as it normally is. And we get through the snowmageddon going on here in Texas and across half of the country this week. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for joining, and I will see you soon.
All right, thank you. Looking forward to seeing you.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.